Hey, this is Gary Baird with SellerEssentials.com. In this video, I want to show you how to create a listing for an item you've purchased. So once you've got the item in hand, you want to go to Amazon.com and type in the UPC code in the search bar here. And instead of typing it in manually, highly recommend that you purchase an inexpensive desktop barcode scanner. And if you want to go to SellerEssentials.com, you can see the list of recommended equipment for Amazon sellers that we have there, and pick one of those up. It'll save you a lot of time and energy that you can use to do other things that are much more important. Once you've found the item that you want to list, though, you're going to go to the bottom of this secondary buy box, I call it, where some of the other sellers are listed. And underneath that, you're going to see the Sell on Amazon button. Now, there are two times when you might not see this here. One is when it's a restricted item. So if you're trying to sell Oral-B electric toothbrushes, for example, you're not going to see this because your account, unless you're one of the approved sellers, is not an approved account to sell Oral-B electric toothbrushes. So you wouldn't see it on restricted products. And then occasionally this button won't show up just randomly for no reason. I've called Amazon about it before, and they really don't have an explanation for why it doesn't show up sometimes. If it doesn't show up, you're going to have to use the Add a Product feature in Seller Central, and we'll make a separate video to show you how to do that. So if, though, this button shows up, you just simply click on this button, and here's where you create your listing. So almost everything we sell is in new condition. If it is new, you don't really need anything here in the condition note. In fact, you're not supposed to put anything in the condition note if it's new. If it's not new, say you sent something into Amazon, the customer bought it, they returned it, it's got some dinged up corners now, and maybe a tear in the packaging, so you have to list it as new, or maybe even like new or very good even. In that case, you definitely want a condition note. You want to be very clear about what is wrong with the product and be very explicit about the details. You also want to take a picture and show the customer what's wrong with it so that they have more confidence in buying your product. They're not buying it blindly that way. Sets you apart from the other sellers who don't include pictures. Put your quantity here. We're going to put new again because 99.9% of everything I sell is new. We can put your quantity here. We'll pretend that we bought 5 of these. And we're going to set our price. So what we normally do is we set our price about 2% or so above the low price. So that's roughly 2% above that $14.99 price. That's usually low enough and close enough to the low price to get the buy box rotation, and not low enough to start a price war, a race to the bottom, as they call it. For product tax code, here's where you want to put in a code to tell Amazon basically how much tax to collect. There's very specific codes. We actually have a whole video about this called Tax Settings in Seller Central. It's on the YouTube SellerEssentials.com channel. Check that out. We use a default code here, so we don't have to fill this out every time. It makes it easier and faster when we're listing. For the SKU, we use a simple method. It's just the date. So today's May 4th, 2015. So we use that as the date to let us know when we sent it in. We put the number of the product in sequence of our shipment. So this is the first item that we're listing in this shipment. So we just put a number 1 there. Then we put the source, so we know where we got it. In case we want to buy it, if it's a replenishable, we know where we can go source it again. Then we put the price that we paid. So we bought this and sent it in on the 4th of May, 2015. It was the first item we listed in this shipment batch. We bought it at Walmart and we paid $10 for it. Again, this is just a dummy listing, so we didn't really buy this for $10. Here's where you select whether or not you want to ship the item yourself or whether you want Amazon to ship it for you. If you do want to ship it yourself, sometimes you want to ship it yourself because you want to avoid the time lag that it takes to get to the warehouse. Time is of the essence sometimes with some products. There was one product we sold for $100 that 3 days later was selling for $30. So we sold that one merchant fulfilled because we thought there was a short time window where that item would not sell for as much if we had sent it in for Amazon to ship it for us. So sometimes you want to select this even if you send most of your stuff in to be shipped by Amazon. But most of our stuff we do ship into Amazon, and so we would select this second option. I want Amazon to ship and provide customer service for my items if they sell, and then just hit continue. And you're basically done. And that's about all there is to it. You submit your listing and create shipment. Amazon will add this item to either an existing shipment that you have, or you can create a brand new shipment and it will be added to that one. So hopefully this helps you. Be sure to check out our selleressentials.com website for more great tips and resources to help you run your online business.